he's the new Kudus, M1 the football career. But DIABY, so we'll check the first season now. Obviously, I kind of mad the side of West Ham Football Club. At the time, I know free IAS, Eddie back the side of West Ham. A lot of us, a lot of people understood the position. Now the then coach for the West Ham Football Club, now he wanted to play. We say Kudus is one particular guy. When he was playing for IAS, he was being played as a certain number 10. When he get the ball, he progresses the ball, make sure say Obe intercept a lot of passes to the attacking third. More like making sure say Obe open up most of the defensive structure, especially when the opponent is playing the low block system. It's always that kind of player. When it gets very difficult, when it gets very tight, for some of the team are also kind of moment to unlock the chain or the defensive structure of the opponent, we used him most to get that particular score line for that particular opponent. And that was the main point of view and not Oyedema West Ham Football Club in his first season when he was playing for West Ham. So we'll check it with that season now. He was able to score 8 goals. And then he made 6 assists within that season. In fact, a lot of people were praising Mohammed Kudus because of the exceptional performance that he played out for West Ham during his first season for West Ham Football Club. Because of, say, MON-FRI IAS, Oba English Premiership, he has been able to adapt very well in terms of making a lot of goals. He has scored possible 8 goals. In terms of making assists, he has scored 6 assists, and as he has made 6 assists for his opponents. And especially big game matches that he played, he was able to deliver. So a lot of people were praising him. But Sawo Cheke in his second season, when he played for West Ham Football Club, and most of the people try to say, with the kind of performance of them at West Ham. So we'll check it in that particular season. Almost 32 games. Chances created was 31. Passes with Timinya during the last 2 seasons for the side of West Ham was 769 passes accurately. And Timinya Edema the side of West Ham. In terms of goals, let's not forget the last 2 seasons he had 8 goals, but last season he had 5 goals. Plus 3 assists to Unyai. So making sure say Unya 8 goals contribution for West Ham Football Club. Unlike last 2 seasons, Omomo 8 goals plus 6 assists. And only play influential in West Ham when they were playing in the English Premiership. So we'll take the number of tackles Unyai last season. It was 38. As against the fouls that he had, close to about 39 fouls for West Ham Football Club. This particular start was very good, with the exception of the goals and assists Unyadema the West Ham Football Club. But apart from this particular assist, one of the hallmark you get from Mohammed Kudus is his dribbles. And one of the key things I know about Mohammed Kudus Abasono was quite a bit fast the English Premiership. Some of the players are in terms of flair, they are there. In terms of say a lot of take-ons, they have players are more on them. In terms of one-on-one situation that you can easily bypass most of these particular opponents, they have these particular players. But Mohammed Kudus, at the end of last season, he was able to have 139 dribbles. Utimi is successful in rating about 47% for himself within the West Ham Football Club. Eze, 134 dribbles. Mitoma, 134, Kulezewski, 119, and Brian Mbuemo, 111 dribbles at Utimiya Edema side of Orankasen Timano Bodimobo. So, in terms of dribbles, Omunyaye in the English Premiership last season, Mohammed Kudus to me to appeal. Then you talk about the last 2 seasons dribbles. Enka Ubibaka said last season, DIABY, last 2 seasons, DIABY. But so can the last 2 seasons, if you say Oba into the English Premiership, he has been able to cement that particular perfection. It is a open most of the dribbles are in the last 2 seasons. Asia can and also when you idea man Mohammed Kudus has been able to do that particular job for himself. 207 dribbles for himself this particular season. With the 7 appearances that he has had for Tottenham Hotspur, he has been able to have just a goal and 4 assists. Just like last season, all those who are just 5 goals plus 3 assists. 8 goals contribution, but this season when you have 7 appearances, but when you have 5 goals contribution for Tottenham Hotspur, it tells you say with the amount of games we beat Tottenham Hotspur, he can easily supersede that kind of start when you Edema West Ham Football Club last season. And your ball match a lot of people are praising him. When really praising him, Michael Owen, a president, say he is that kind of player. He is built differently. And apart from saying he is built differently, he is one kind of guy. When you give him the ball, he can easily utilize it into the attacking third. So we'll check the number of games with West Ham, with the number of games with Tottenham Hotspur. It is a different game altogether with Mohammed Kudus in the Tottenham Hotspur team. Quite a different game altogether for Mohammed Kudus. At West Ham Football Club, he was being played as a typical number 10. With Tottenham Hotspur, he's not being played as a number 10 because they have two exceptional number 10s. They create goal-scoring opportunities for the attackers to score. But with Tottenham Hotspur, you get Mohammed Kudus either from the left flanks and also in the right flanks. But baby Obo Paye in the Tottenham Hotspur team is the right flanks. Always making sure so more your more identity in terms of tactical things. You get Mohammed Kudus on bit get a lot of press into the attacking third. So say Tottenham for ball any against other opponents. You get Mohammed Kudus who leads to trigger the press and who leads to make sure only see the attacking gene in the forward of Tottenham Hotspur, and that is what he has been doing in the last 7 appearances that he has played for Tottenham Hotspur. And I believe with this new kind of footballer, the coach of Tottenham, Ednejina in the right wing forward, the OC and kind of Tottenham, you wouldn't see Mohammed Kudus giving you a lot of goals. But this is a new Kudus. He is built differently by making a lot of assists and making sure he will unleash most of these particular things for Tottenham Hotspur. Although in the realms of football, one thing they bet me Eddie Accordo as a particular player is how you score most of the goals and make loads of assists. But over here currently, assist is also celebrated. And I believe Mohammed Kudus at any moment in time play for Tottenham Hotspur, he can do something wonderful under this particular new coach with a new identity or Bodema Tottenham Hotspur, he can do something exceptional for this particular team. But make us say for Arsenal Football Club.
Fair enough.
This season, Arsenal, season, we made it a point with a lot of investment, Mikel Arteta, Ediama Arsenal, especially with this season, all into the Portuguese league flight. Now, I'm a top scorer over the past season, over the last 2 seasons, with me share most important goals, and as far as ultimately contributed to the most European top goals are almost, he was then playing for the Portuguese league flight Sporting Lisbon. Arsenal Football Club. What is much expected for Mikel Arteta? And I say, in the last couple of seasons, what can be close to the English Premiership? I know Ontiminji and no Tokosu 82nd on the league sport. This was the maximum timer. You will get Victor Gyökeres, and also you get Obi to say Mikel Arteta, Obi to make good use of Victor Gyökeres playing for Arsenal Football Club. In the last 7 appearances that he have had for the side of Arsenal Football Club in the EPL, he has been able to score 3 goals. It's not enough for Arsenal. Although when you look into the table right now as we speak, very good for Mikel Arteta and very good for Arsenal Football Club. Baby or more than we've seen it all. Last 2 seasons or last 3 seasons, it got a moment in time and almost Manchester City moved by 10 points. Manchester City ate me by ABOU League ni from Monsem. Last 2 seasons, almost Man City moved by 6 to 7 points. Manchester City ate me by ABOU League ni from Monsem. Even last season, to a certain while, no more leading Liverpool Football Club, but Liverpool was able to overturn the table and they clinched the glory by winning the English Premiership last season. But this season, we are seeing most of these football clubs are Afrain or Moria by the likes of Chelsea Football Club. It has not been well from Enzo Maresca in the last couple of games about Edema Chelsea. So we'll check Manchester United. It has not been well in the last 7 games about Edema. So we'll check the side of Manchester City. It has not been well for Manchester City. Tottenham Hotspur, they are not giving themselves consistent number of performances for themselves. But Arsenal has been consistent with the number of goals, with the number of draws, and with the number of defeats that they've had this season with the English Premiership. That's why I believe that. Maybe Arsenal Babejinana or more clinching in the top spot, or more leading just by a point against Liverpool, or more leading just by 3 points against Manchester City. This is the takeoff for Mikel Arteta. And he should make sure, by occupying that particular top spot, he should just expand the leading point by winning the English Premiership this season for Arsenal. Emmanuel Koyesa Arsenal for investment to money in this particular season, it will go with just like that. But then it will benefit the Arsenal supporters and even the Arsenal management as a whole.
Martin, I want you live from Côte d'Ivoire. Good work done. Big Smoke. Need your day. Good evening, Fakye Sports. Please, can you guys help us settle this debate between Jose Mourinho and Carlo Ancelotti? Fakye Justice from Sevi. Your swan, we are one of the fear about Bebe Ramo Ewa Hanom. Good evening, Fakye Sports. Kylian Mbappe is winning the Ballon d'Or next season and the European Golden Boot. Kumbian David